Okay, San Francisco, LA. Niners, 3.5-point dogs. Oh, well, we got wardrobe changes during the show. Wardrobe changes during the show. Staying with the
old school Niners right there.
Niners, you do have some sweet Rams gear, though. I do like their gear.
Oh, all right. I'll get that.
All right, let's walk through this. 3.5 total, what, 46 as we record right now?
Yeah. So the total's all over the place a little bit here. It's 46, 46 and a half. There's no more 47s left. So we'll call it 46 and a half consensus.
Walk me through here, because I need you to build me a case for the Rams. I mean, the Niners have dominated this series. We know Shanahan's dominated McVay. Style of play. San Francisco can run it on LA. Their defense has been fantastic, the Niners. They have handled this LA offense. They've not allowed LA to run on them. Then flip the other side offensively. They've neutralized Aaron Donald. I got some numbers here I'll throw at you that are amazing from Pro Football Focus. I mean, build me the Rams case here. Now, you know I love my Cooper Kupp, and we're going to get into some Kupp props. I'm not going away from Cooper Kupp props, but build me the Rams case here. I feel like I want to just go Niners, and some more Niners here. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. Initially, anyone that had 4 on this got gobbled up immediately, and now it's 3.5. And the places that are 3.5 have tilted, some juice towards having to lay 120 with the Niners. And that meant you could lay 3.5 even money with the Rams. And now I just clicked refresh, and that has been done. So we're sitting 3.5 flat is pretty much the consensus line across all books all over the world, including the offshores. The case for the Rams is this. Their offense, Stafford, they won a game that they basically were giving away. They were up 20-3 right before halftime. Akers fumbles at the goal line. It's ruled a fumble. Lucky for the Rams that it wasn't played out, because I think that's a scoop and score 99 yards. And instead of 20-3 at halftime, it's 20-10. And the Buccaneers probably have momentum and come back and win. Instead, they hold on. 0 blitz by Tampa. Cooper Kupp runs past everybody, catches the ball. They kick a game-winning field goal. Other than that, I mean, the Rams defense, very good. The Niners defense, nasty. Like they just went on the road and held Aaron Rodgers to, other than an opening drive touchdown, which I don't know. There got to be some site that we could figure out why people can do stuff on the opening drive and then can't do nothing else the whole game. I don't know how these guys have it scripted so good only on the opening drive and then can't do anything. The ability for teams to adjust to not allow that to happen again ever still amazes me.
Yeah,
but
you see that in college a lot too, Dave. You see it in college where the
scripted
drive. Yeah, the scripted plays work so well. The defense is off balance. You're doing things that don't show up in your tendencies, and you're executing. And then you're dealing with guys with a lot of data that have seen a lot of football and are really smart. And then they make adjustments after they've seen what you're doing. You know who's handling who in the trenches. So you do see that a lot. But that was surprising, given it was Aaron Rodgers that then didn't do anything. Now, I know the weather was brutal, but the weather's always brutal in Green Bay, and they can score. So I love the Niners here, Dave. I mean, and at some point, maybe I'm going to be wrong. Maybe I'm going to keep doing this for a couple more shows and be completely wrong. But when does Stafford throw the pick that makes you go, yep, there it is? Well, yep, there it is. Although he hasn't, but down the stretch, he was. A lot of pick six, multiple interceptions over the last 4 weeks. He has not done it yet, but was last week against the Bucs a precursor to what's coming? Or are they just a team of destiny and they can overcome those mistakes? I think that's the question, right?
That is the question. And, I mean, the center did it this past week. The center snapped the ball 35 yards back behind Stafford while Stafford wasn't looking. Whoever's fault that was, we're not here to even worry about whose fault it was, but we saw it happen. I mean, you're not wrong in thinking the Niners are live. The line indicates that. It's 3.5. It's 3.5, basically. I mean, I'm surprised. I thought it would be 3, when it was talking before. you have to consider, what was it, the last week of the season, the regular season? The Niners had to win.
Yeah.
They were at the Rams. It was 17-0, and they were done. And Stafford threw that pick, brought them back into the game. They drive down, scored a tying touchdown at the end of the game, and then win the game in overtime. This is an evenly matched game. So to take the points, and I think books are kind of, you don't want to get on that 3 so early. And there's only one game left after this week. So the more action you can create, the better. So put it over 3, see what they do with it. So far, we got to 3.5, at least even money, got the Rams money. The total, B-How. The total. I mean, both of these defenses are amazing. Jimmy G wins games without throwing a touchdown pass. They're not. He's 9-2 or something in his last 11 without throwing a touchdown pass, including 3-0 in the playoffs, winning the games. Is this an under? And should I even think about betting both quarterbacks? I want to bet them both to throw a pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk you off of that. Here, to back up your under and just the defense or maybe the Niners side, let me give you some numbers from Pro Football Focus. I think this is pretty remarkable here. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Don't let your eyes glaze over. I know it's early for you when we record this, but bear with me here.
Let's go.
It'll get to a point. All right. The 49ers. I got all kinds of dings going off. Just hang in there with me. Okay, Stafford has been very good against the blitz. He's got PFF's 4th highest grade against the blitz.
Okay.
And the Rams rank 1st in expected points added per play versus the blitz on the season, okay? Yeah. So you've had trouble blitzing them. The Niners must have a subscription to Pro Football Focus.
They should.
Because otherwise I don't know how they'd know that, but they must have a subscription. So they know this, and they blitz Stafford just 14% of the time combined in both games. So they just said, okay, listen, you're really good against the blitz. Fine. We're just not going to blitz you.
Right.
I don't know how Todd Bowles and the Bucks didn't know that, other than maybe their subscription ran out before the playoff game, because they blitzed him a season high 17 times in the one game last week, including that last play that we saw where there's a communication problem on the back end and somehow Cooper Kupp gets loose. You lose the game because you blitzed him.
Yeah.
So the Niners generally only rushed 4 guys, and they managed to get pressure on Stafford at a 41% rate. So they were abusing the Rams up front, getting to Stafford without blitzing. We're going to bring 4 guys. So what's that mean? You have more coverage on the back end. So that seems like you can replicate that again. That's what we try and look for in these rematches.
Right.
Can you replicate what you've done before in the next matchup? That would seem to me, yeah, it does. Or the Rams are going to have to adjust what they do to counteract that. That gives me advantage Niners, doesn't it?
Anytime you can get pressure rushing 4, I mean, you hear that all the time from very smart football people. That changes everything. You don't have to blitz. We can keep, 11 minus 4 is 7. High math for you people that need to do the high math. 7 people back in coverage. You can't rush. You can't put out 7 receivers. So now I can double guys. I can bracket guys. You hear all the football terms, and if we have any questions about that, Newbie's a football guy too, so he can help us with the football terms. Whether we double, high, low coverage, we bracket this guy, we do all these things. That sounds like a team that doesn't have to do anything they're not already doing, and they've not already done. So I like that. And they keep beating this team. The Niners keep finding a way. The Niners are that kid that just keeps showing up, that just will not go away. You're like, man, listen, you can't play. You go back. No, I'm coming. And he hangs around and hangs around and hangs around. And then at the end, he gets you because you just can't put him away. If the Rams don't put him away fast, the Niners are winning this football game. They're gonna win it. They're gonna spoil the home game for the Super Bowl team 2 years in a row after never happening forever. Tampa did it last year. The Rams are this close, 1 game away. and the Niners are going to ruin the whole thing.
All right, 2 more stats because I just think these are amazing. Now flip to the other side. Aaron Donald, if he's not the most dominant player in football, he's right up there, right? He's a difference. Yes. He's a difference maker.
Absolutely.
His pass rush grade against the Niners this year is just 61.8 on a scale of 0 to 100. 61.8. To put that in context, his rush grade against all other teams, pass rush grade, 93.
Whoa.
So the Niners have been able to neutralize Donald. So they're getting after Stafford, neutralizing the best player, running the football, but also throwing it. Last stat, and I promise we'll move on from numbers here.
Okay.
But Garoppolo is averaging 0.4 expected points added per pass play against the Rams. Okay, what's that mean? That's double of all other LA opponents this season.
Wait. Say that again.
Well, the number really doesn't even matter.
It's
Garoppolo's, double. Their expected points added on pass plays, the Niners, is double every other Rams opponent this year.
Why
They're killing LA down the middle of the field. So if you want to add a prop, we probably need to look for some George Kittle receiving props, don't we? They're killing them down the field. In 2 games, Garoppolo, 29 of 36 for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns over the middle of the field.
Whoa.
So now I've given you a pass rush advantage for the Niners, a passing advantage for the Niners, and a pass blocking advantage for the Niners. That's why I said earlier, build me the Rams here. Build me a Rams case. I'm having trouble getting there.
What do you think of this one? What do you think? Bihal?
Here's the Rams case. It's just the lid. That's all you need.
It's not even looking. What do you look? Come on.
Hold on.
How about this
one? I like the other one better.
You like the Niners one better?
Well, no, I do like the Niners one better. I like your royal blue with the black Rams.
Oh, okay. I put that.
That's a sharp lid. I like that one better than that one.
Okay. Well, we had to go.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Rams. Go ahead, Sean McVay. Thank you. Welcome to the program. Go ahead.
I can't do it. I can't do it. We're going to outscore this team. We're going to outscore. Like, if the Rams win, this game's going over. I think the Rams light them up, like outscore them. If the Rams play that, what's that word that Keith Jackson used to use? Slobber knocker. If this is a slobber knocker, tight game, just like it was last week in Green Bay, but without the weather. If it's just a physical, nasty game. Now, the case for the Rams also has to begin with the health of the Niners. How many guys limped off of that field up in Lambeau last week? A bunch. I saw Kittle limping off. I saw Deebo Samuel hopping off the field. Didn't see too much of that down in Tampa. Those guys are healthy. The Rams are the healthiest that they have been all season right now. And I mean, I say it all the time on all these other shows that I do. I say it on a game within the game with you. And like, a lot of times you got to just bet these streaks. Like, and what are you going to feel better about? Are you going to feel better about you take the side here and go with the Niners and they finally get beat by the Rams and light them up and the Rams win by 10 and you go, well, I stuck with the Niners. Okay. Or are you going to lay the points with the Rams and go, I knew they were going to win. I should have taken them. They beat them so many times before. I got all the numbers, the PFF, the expected points, this, that, whatever. And I bet the Rams. What am I doing? Like, which one feels better?
Yeah, no, you know what I'm going to say to you. Now, personally, I'm holding my 19-1 Rams to win the NFC. So I probably have to put, Niners. I'm sorry, Niners to win the NFC, 19-1 Niners. So I'll do a little Rams money line just to cover myself. But
that's all.
If I was just straight up with holding nothing, this is Niners to me.
So you have now, because you have 19-1. Okay, you want to talk about a math problem? You could look at alternative spreads, and you could take the Rams plus 3.5 and lay 250. You could take the Rams plus 7.5 if you wanted and lay a bigger number. I mean, you're getting 19-1. So as long as you're laying less than 10-1, you're still making money. And I mean, you're cutting into your profit.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't get too many shots at 19-1, and you got the dog. So now you could go for the middle. Now you got to pay for it, but I've seen guys do this. I've done this myself. And a lot of times, you hear, oh, you can't lay the juice. You can't this, you can't that. I can, because, I'll shop around and get the best price. If it wins, it wins. So if you think that San Francisco is going to win a close game, you can take that alternate spread and hit a middle.
That's
going into the Super
Okay.
Bowl. So, I don't know, plus 4.5 may not be too much of a price, but I mean, if the money line right now is, let's see, the money line, pretty standard operating procedure right now. Rams minus 180. Some books have 185. And, the Super Bowl is the tightest money line of the entire year, because people like to bet the favorite on the points, but they bet the dog on the money line. So the money line gets shorter. It's a bargain on the favorite. This is kind of happening with these games as well, although not with the Kansas City game, but with this game. You have that option to take 3.5 and, alternate spread and lay, like I said, probably 250, something like that, maybe. And now you can bang out a middle. Just keep it in mind.
I like it.
We'll come to some sort of understanding of it by the time the weekend comes.
Very good. I like it. All right. Last stat on this game, and then we'll move on to a couple props here. This is from the Ringer. So before you hear it all
over the place, man. You really, I mean, you see you get down in the weeds, but like you really doing that Army crawl getting down there.
Well, credit all these people. There's some people that come out with some great numbers for you. You might as well take advantage of them and try and use them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. PFF, the Ringer. Here's the one from the Ringer, because this is good. Because this is the narrative we'll hear all week. Can't beat a good team 3 times in one season.
Here we
go. You can't do it. Right? That's a cliche for 150 years. Can't beat a good team 3 times.
Doesn't happen, right?
The Ringer says this. Since 2002, there have been 8 third game rematches in the playoffs where one team went 2-0 in the regular season, which is what we're sitting on, right? San Francisco 2-0 in the regular season. In the playoffs, those teams that have won 2 games already are 5-3 straight up since 2002. So they've
winning
hit
record
5 out of 8 games, winning record straight
62%
up.
62% for the match.
And that's the dog in this game.
That's the dog.
That's the dog.
So okay. So you hear that, and as someone who's obviously into the betting, but isn't, the math wizard from MIT and everything else, do you want the money line or do you want the points?
Well, you can do both, right? Take the point. I mean, I want the points, but sprinkle a little bit there. Like I totally
the book's giving you 3.5.
So why would you not take that at 110?
You got to take it at 110. You got to do it. Either do another unit on the bet on the money line, or split the unit up. But you got to. Don't always dismiss the points because you think the team's going to win. I tell people that all the time. Spend a little extra and take the points when you can get them in a situation where you have the best of it. Take the points. It's fine. And then when they win, you go, oh, I should have bet more on the money. No, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. You're fine. Like, because when it loses or they cover, because it's going to happen. Has it happened yet this playoffs? No, it has not happened where the winner won and didn't cover the spread. The winner of the game has covered the spread. The dog either won outright or the favorite won and cover.
And that's the trend. We've talked about that each week in this show. The numbers are massive when you just pick the winner and you're covering the number here.
Yeah. So I think you're playing with fire if you don't do it. And people will. I mean, people watching the show and people, have been coming in the book for you saying, I don't want the points. I just want the money line. It pays more. Okay. That one time that it doesn't, and it might be this time. This is going to be a hell of a football game. I think both games are going to be great. But I'm cautiously optimistic because we got an unbelievable weekend last time, and I don't want to be selfish and go, well, they're going to do it again. But man, I hope they're just half as good. I'll settle for a half as good.
Just be in the ballpark. Okay, real quick. I'm going to run through props quickly, but before I do, just go overall teaser. I gave you same game teaser in the first one. If I just said overall teaser, all sides and totals are open, your favorite play would be what?
Under in this game. I think I got to take San Francisco plus the points. If we could get this thing with a 7-point teaser, we get over 10. I don't think this is a double-digit margin. I think San Francisco covers. Plus even 9.5, I think is good. but it might fall 10. So I get a little nervous about that. So if you can do a 6.5 point teaser and get it to 10, do it. But I like teaser up and go down, or go under. I mean,
In this
could you
game,
take
yeah.
it down and go over? Yes. You know, there's no way in the world that game last week with the Rams was supposed to go over, and it did. So it might, but I think my favorite one is up and go under, and Niners plus the points.
Would you go Chiefs down, Niners up if you were combining the two games?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good teaser.
Me too.
That's
I
the
like that
one.
one too.
Is that the one you're sniffing out right there? Is that the one you like?
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I just don't think you're getting enough like value or points with the Rams. If you
Right.
flip it, if you go through that 0, that's such a
Right.
killer, because you just waste those 2 points. You can do it, but now with a 3.5, and so you're what, plus 2.5?
You're wasting a
on
lot of
both
numbers,
sides.
aren't you? I mean, you got the 2 coming into play. You got a 1, you got
Yeah.
a 0, you got a 1 on the other side, 2 on the other side. I mean, you're losing a lot of value. I wouldn't.
The only
I wouldn't
way to
touch
do
that.
it with the Rams is you have to do a 7-point teaser, and those things are expensive. But I mean, you could do the Rams. I'd rather you just even do maybe the Rams to win it all or something at a much bigger plus price. If you think they're going to win the game, then you're live at plus $2 there in a game that, I mean, kind of talked about it with somebody. Kansas City Rams might be a pick'em game depending on how they play out. It might be -1. So you're going to get plus 2 to 1. You'll be able to play off of that easy. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click on another video right here on the screen. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.